Hello, everybody. My name is Harold Games, and welcome to the start of my NCAA Football Imperialism series. Yes, it is time to get going with the second longest Imperialism series I'm going to have on this channel, sports wise. And I am set and ready to go. This is actually a lot earlier than what I expected. This is going to be the same exact format as my NCAA basketball series, where I'm going to keep episodes to about an hour long. But the only thing that's a bit different is that one, it's football. Two, there are no FCS teams on here. I believe I took this map off of the internet. I don't think there's any FCS teams on here. So there's no North Dakota State, none of that. And some people might not be happy, but that's how it is. Also, in my NCAA basketball imperialism series, I basically had the wheel, which I had here. I spent 20 minutes making this wheel, so hopefully it works out. But I had the wheel, whatever the wheel landed on, that would be the home team. It's the opposite this time. It's the same exact format in terms of home and away for as the MLB imperialism series. So the defending team will be your home team. So yeah, if you guys don't know what imperialism is, definitely make sure you look at my first two imperialism series. One other quick note I want to make: yes, Miami has this southwestern county and part of Key West underland. The only reason why it's like that, I don't know why it's like that, but FIU is in the same area, I guess, as University of Miami in real life. But that's not going to really make a difference. If FIU loses, then Miami will just get their land. It really doesn't matter. It's going to change quickly. But yeah, so without further ado, I think it's time we get started for our first spin ever of NCAA Football Imperialism series. So here we go. The wheel is going to lag a little bit because there's so many teams on here, and Georgia Southern is going to be your first attackee. Here's Georgia Southern right here. Now they can play against South Carolina, Coastal Carolina, Georgia, Georgia State, Auburn, Florida State, Florida, on many teams. So we will spin the arrow. They will be attacking to the northwest, which that is going to be the Georgia Bulldogs. So Georgia Southern against Georgia. The Georgia Bulldogs will get home field advantage. And you'll kind of see how this goes if you don't want to look at my past videos or the legend NattyKash. I'm still going to keep shouting him out because he definitely deserves all the shout-outs in the world. Georgia versus Georgia Southern. The winner of game one is Georgia by a mile, 51-14. That was expected. But holy cow. Georgia just destroys Georgia Southern in the first ever imperialism fight. Now we're going to see. Okay, that works, I think. Let's Control Z that just in case. Okay, so no, that does not work. So it's okay. We'll just fill. Oh, jeez. We'll just fill it out like this. Kind of make our makeshift border, kind of like we did with NCAA basketball. Let's do our makeshift border, and we should be able to fill it in once we are done with our border. Let's see if we can. Yes, that looks good. And then all we will do is just cover up the Georgia Southern logo and bang. So Georgia expands early on their land. And Georgia Southern, unfortunately for you guys, so I'm gonna have to find their team. I did make this wheel out of order, so it's gonna give me some time to find their team. Right, here you go. Georgia Southern. There we go. Next team to be attacking is going to be UTEP. So if you don't know, I'm going to make sure I'm recording. If you don't know where UTEP is, here's UTEP. They say it on their logo. They can only go up against two teams, Texas Tech and New Mexico State. So we will see where UTEP will be spinning or will be attacking directly southeast, which almost is nicking the Texas Tech logo. I mean, it's very close. I think we're going to do it. Texas Tech against UTEP. I think that's where we're going to do it. Now, I do have this football map, which kind of gives all the teams, but I believe I know all the logos for every single team. But yeah, so UTEP going up against Texas Tech. Texas Tech will get the home field advantage. Texas Tech going to get up against UTEP. I'm assuming they're called UTEP in here, but if not, they're going to be El Paso, Texas El Paso, but they are on here. UTEP, there we go. Home field advantage for Texas Tech. And Texas Tech just 46-6. Holy cow. UTEP won 3 times on all these simulations and somehow won by 21 times. Jeez. But Texas Tech just dominated that game. Oops, not that. There we go. And then we will just fill in just like this. I do my best to kind of keep everything in order in terms of borders, but at the same time, I don't expect that to happen totally. You can kind of see I'm already. That's okay. There you go. Texas Tech moves on, and UTEP is off the wheel. So, I wish I probably should have gone in alphabetical order, which is my fault, but I just need to find them. So, 2 teams are gone. We'll continue the spins. This will probably take less than as we land on Charlotte, I believe. Now, I had some trouble finding what this logo was, but I believe that is Charlotte's. If it's not, then, well, I just screwed up already in Imperialism. But we will find out what the logo says here. And they're going to be attacking to straight east, which that, from the center logo, that is going to be North Carolina. Going up against Charlotte, North Carolina. It's slightly northeast, so yeah, that is going to be North Carolina. Alrighty, so I gotta remember they are UNC, they're UNC. Don't worry, I remember this time. You guys don't remember what happened in my college basketball series. I didn't realize they were UNC, and looks like North Carolina just dominates. Like I said, I believe that's Charlotte's logo, because when I go to this, Coastal Carolina, South Carolina, and there's Wake Forest, that's northeast of it. North Carolina, no. Duke, no. North Carolina State. So yeah, that is the 49ers. But North Carolina, high scoring game, but North Carolina dominates for the victory. They will expand their land slowly. I am happy that I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Oh, that this is, never mind. I sometimes I don't know what I'm saying, but There you go, North Carolina. There you go, North Carolina. You had a chance. You're having a chance. I apologize to everyone who uh haven't watched that video because that video was kind of funny. Reading the comments of people being like, "What are you doing?" It was funny. There we go. Now the good thing is, the funny thing is, I don't know how many teams are on this wheel. It doesn't give me a counter, so it's gonna take a while for me to be able to count. San Diego State is on the wheel, which is right over here. Now we do have Hawaii, so if San Diego State does land southwest, they will be able to travel to Hawaii. But normally, like let's say Wisconsin gets east, they cannot travel to central Michigan because of that body of water. So we will spin again for that. But South or San Diego State, where will they be attacking? The Southwest, which that's kind of funny. We're gonna have a Hawaii, San Diego State matchup. Hawaii will get home field advantage. But yeah, about an hour for every single episode. Some episodes might be a little bit longer depending on when I decide to cut it off. But yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy this series. I know people enjoyed my college basketball series. As whoa, be fair, that wasn't basketball, but still, whoa, Hawaii, the Rainbow Warriors with a dominating 21-point victory over the Aztecs. Congratulations to Hawaii. And for the Aztecs, unfortunately, you're done, and your run is done after one. We'll just fill in individually like that. So Hawaii expands on the mainland USA. I'm going to try and do this. That way we can give it that little orange thing. There you go. And then San Diego State is off the board. Now, I know they're up here because I went from left to right on my wheel. Next team to be attacking is going to be Auburn. So Auburn, if you guys don't know where they are at, here they are right here. Now they have a few teams they could play against. They can go up against Georgia State. They can technically get Georgia, Troy, UAB, and Florida State. I think I already said Florida State. Maybe I said Georgia State instead. But either way, they have quite a few teams that they could play against. Who will they be attacking? Northeast, which that is Georgia State. Georgia State against Auburn. I expect Auburn to take this one, but you never know. Georgia State going up against Auburn. Here they are. And yeah, Auburn with a dominating victory over Georgia State. Unfortunate. Georgia State did win 8 times in the 40 simulations that people have tried on here. But Auburn just overmatched Georgia State by a lot. Yeah, with my knowledge of college football being good, this series probably won't take as long. So if you guys remember the college basketball series, it was mainly me trying to figure out where the heck teams were. So yeah. Just outlining this a little bit better because there was some slight blue on it. There we go. So Auburn wins. Georgia State, unfortunately, is going to be off the wheel. Now this is probably going to take me a couple minutes to find them because I can't remember when I put them on the map. Has to be coming up soon. Yeah. Yeah. Next team to be attacking will be UCF. If you guys don't know where UCF, here they are. It says UCF right here, Central Florida. I believe they're in Orlando. I could be wrong. They can go up against Florida Atlantic, South Florida, or Florida. So we will see where they will be attacking. They'll be going southeast, which that is FAU. So they will be playing against the Owls, the Knights against the Owls. Owls made a really good historical run, but unfortunately they were unable to win. Florida Atlantic going up against UCF. I wonder if it's just going to be Central Florida on here. No, so I bet you it's UCF. There's USF, which means UCF should be on here. Yeah, here we go. And UCF does win a 7-point victory by the Knights over the Owls. That was a close game. See, the series has been heavily favored for UCF, but another win for UCF, right? And I just want to double check. Yep. And the Owls land is going to be gone just like that. Oops, that is not what you want to do. Oh, that is definitely not what you want to do. Okay, so we're going to have to manually draw this, which is okay. It is okay. We'll just draw on this border right here. There we go. Now we should be able to do the fill tool. There we go. We can just do this, eliminate that, and drop it down so I can get that part. There we go. Alrighty, so UCF moves on. And for Florida Atlantic, you guys unfortunately are done and off the wheel. So next team, we're zooming through this actually pretty fast. It's going to be Western Michigan. So that's what I'm saying. I know my college football logos. Western Michigan is right here. They can go up against a few teams. They can go up against Central Michigan, Michigan State, Notre Dame, and yes, they can go up against Michigan. This is part of Michigan's land. I don't know why. I was not the creator of the map, but that's how it is. So they could technically still play Michigan. But we will see where the arrow dictates. It'll play Southwest, which is part of Notre Dame's land. So Notre Dame at home against Western Michigan. That'll be interesting. Let's see here who will come out with the victory. I'd expect Notre Dame, but you never know. Notre Dame against Western Michigan. Western Michigan, here we go. And it was a dominating victory for Notre Dame over the Broncos. Unfortunately, Broncos did win a few times, but unfortunately for Broncos fans, if there are any of you watching this video, your run is done just like that. Oh, that was easy. That was pretty nice. That was a pretty easy fill. Just gotta fill this in right here. And then that way there's not really any brown. We'll just kind of adjust that. There we go. So Notre Dame expands their land a little bit. And unfortunately for Western Michigan, your run is done. Here we go. Next team to be attacking on the wheel is going to be Arkansas. So if you guys don't know where Arkansas here they are. The logo is a little bit slanted. Again, I didn't create the map, so I don't know why it was. Also, if you hear anything in the background that sounds like maybe wind or something else, that sounds abnormal. That is my AC unit. It was kicked on earlier today because it is getting hot here. So northeast, and I needed it fixed. Northeast, that is going to be Missouri going up against Arkansas. I believe they were considered Mizzou in here. Nope, just Missouri. So Missouri going up against Arkansas. I know I labeled them Mizzou in here just to eliminate any issues. Arkansas. We'll see if Mizzou can pick up a win. They're a pretty good team, but it's a 10-point victory for the Razorbacks over Mizzou. So pretty good chunk of land for Arkansas now. I'm assuming this is gonna like break the. It's gonna fill in completely. Pretty good. Yeah, kind of. And we'll just use this to kind of fix stuff. Fix anything that needs to be fixed. I already decided that I'm not going to really pay attention to the state borders for this series. Just my discretion. I know it's not going to be easy as it is, and I really don't want to spend 40 minutes to get rid of 10 teams. But again, that's where NattyKash is the superior man. He takes that time to eliminate to do that, and that's why you guys need to subscribe to him and to check out his channels. I will probably link his channel in the description below. That way he can start getting some love from me again, because I haven't linked him in a while. Vanderbilt is the next team. Here they are right here, pretty close to Arkansas. They have Western Kentucky, Middle Tennessee, Ole Miss, Memphis, and Arkansas State. So here we go. They will be attacking pretty much straight north, which that is Western Kentucky against Vanderbilt. Western Kentucky, they're down here, going up against Vanderbilt, which is also at the bottom of the bottom. Vanderbilt, there we go. Will the Hilltoppers be able to win? They do. Jeez, a 43-point victory over the Commodores. Jeez, bro. Wow. That was amazing. Jeez. Unfortunately for the Commodores, they are done. And for Western Kentucky, pretty decent football team. They will expand. You can see we're starting to make some pretty big expansions early as Vanderbilt. Let me make sure Vanderbilt lost. Yeah. Vanderbilt is eliminated. Next team on the wheel is going to be Akron, the Zips. Here they are up here, getting some action. They can play against Ohio State. But then they have Pitt, Kent State. They can technically play against Bowling Green and Ohio University. So here we go. What will the arrow dictate? Straight east, which that is from the logo. I guess that's going to be Kent State, because that Kent State land dips down a little bit. Yeah, that's going to be Kent State. Pretty close, but I am going to consider that Kent State. So Akron against Kent State. Kent State will get, home field advantage. Kent State against Akron. There we go. And Kent State. I wonder if Akron even had any. Can we look at their? No, we can't. I wonder if Akron even scored a touchdown. Unless they scored 6 and missed an extra point. But Kent State, some nice action. Kent State picks up the victory over the Zips. Whoops, not that. That looks good. Yeah, that looks good. Why does that look so different? It looks so different compared to the. Yeah, I was gonna say it looks so different. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, and then we will get rid of Akron. Which might be a minute and for me to find them because I cannot remember which way to go. Oh, they're right there. Yep, not really a minute. Dang, we're flying through this. We only got 26 minutes in the video. North Carolina is the next team. Oh, they've already played. That's right. Here they are. They expanded a little bit, but we're based off of the logo. They cannot play against Clemson, but they have Duke, North Carolina State, Coastal Carolina, Wake Forest, and South Carolina. So we will see where they will be attacking. To the southwest, which that might be. Yeah, I'm going to consider that South Carolina, but it could very well be Clemson. But I'm going to consider that South Carolina. If you disagree, you disagree, but I feel like that would be South Carolina. So South Carolina against North Carolina. Potentially a rival here. South Carolina and then UNC. Don't worry, I didn't forget. UNC, here we go. Simulation goes in favor of South Carolina, only 11-point victory, but the Gamecocks defeat North Carolina. So, apologies to North Carolina fans. I know, obviously, you wanted more run than that, especially after my blunder last episode or in the Basketball Imperialism series. But apologies for this. I know you guys wanted your team to do well. But South Carolina does win. They expand on their land, and North Carolina is off the wheel. Next team is going to be Georgia Tech. And you know what? I think I'm going to change this series. I think we're going to have half-hour parts instead of hour parts. So we're going to end it with Georgia Tech. So if you guys don't know where Georgia Tech is, here they are right here. Right next to the Bulldogs. Pretty close to teams that have already expanded. But where will Georgia Tech be attacking? To end off this episode, pretty much straight west, which is UAB. Yeah, that's UAB barely, but it is UAB. The Blazers will have home field advantage over Georgia Tech. Here they are, Georgia Tech. See if the Blazers can pick up their win, and they don't. Hornets, or the Yellow Jackets, with a 17-point victory. Sorry, not 17-point victory. 24-point victory. No, I cannot believe I'm messing up. I'm just gonna stop talking. 21-point victory. Jeez. Can't believe it. Georgia Tech defeats UAB. And that is going to be how we end this episode. Kind of flew by, I know, and that's kind of why I want to stop it at a half hour. Because I don't know how long this series is going to be, and I do want to give it some length in that. And obviously, it's not going to be only 3 episodes, but still, I do want to give it some length. That way, there is some suspense. Yeah, Georgia Tech ends the episode with the victory. As you can see, we have had some expansions. One meaningful one is Hawaii expanding onto mainland USA. Let's get rid of. Oh shoot. Oh yeah. All right. Let's get rid of the Blazers. Here they are. And with that, let's take a look at the final map. We went through some teams. We're not fully done yet, but yeah. I just want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And peace.